All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to the trade findings and adjustments for Tuesday, the August 25th of 2020. I had just asked the question, and I'm going to start with all of you on this. How high is the highest you've ever jumped into water? Does falling in the flood mine shaft count? Heck yes. Heck yes, without a doubt. So the reason why is because this, how do I say that? This process of risk assessment is just the same as trading. No worries, Lee. I'm glad you're here. For those that don't know, Lee Maxwell is evacuated out of his house. He's been fighting the fires out in California. Lee, I am just glad that you're here, and it's okay to, I'm just glad you can hear us. I'm glad things are becoming better for you, I hope. But just listen and enjoy tonight. So the process of jumping into water, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say cliff diving is 100% exactly the same. You look, man, I hate that. Why did I do that? Because that's what that comes up as. I'm going to get to that later. Okay. First, you see if you are going to make it and look cool. Right out of a 16-year-old's mouth, right? But if you're smart, you're going to see that you have the skills or the ability to be successful. You do the due diligence necessary. Depth check is what I'm going to call it, to make sure that there's nothing underneath you. If you're smart, you go for it and have someone filming, which is just the same thing as placing the trade and monitoring it. Let others go first. If they service that injury, you might be good to go. I love it. I absolutely love it. And with success, you then post it on YouTube and have 1 million likes. Or for trading, you make money and someday make 1 million. I mean, it's amazing how close and how similar they are. In fact, it scares me. It absolutely scares me at how ridiculously similar cliff diving is in placing a trade. Now, there's some trade-offs I'm going to talk about, but let me give you an example of what one of my boys decided he was ready to do. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start this back here at the start, just so you get an idea how tall this is. That is my Scott. Takes a while, 28 seconds. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Am I going to do it? Will I do it? Will I make it? And there he goes. There is 63 feet. Taking a look at it one more time. He's jumping out on the bridge. It's been depth checked. His father's filming. And you might as well make it look cool. So here's the question. Was that a smart trade? Or was that lucky? Smart trade or was it lucky? Give me your 2 cents. He only did it once before the police came and kind of pulled us off. Yes, you can get a misdemeanor for jumping off the bridge and you're going to pay a fine. Lucky or skilled? I love it. I see 2 luckies. I say then it was just dumb. I have 1 skilled, but she also said must be nuts. That's the question. And it goes 100% with trading. Now, let's see here. Let's escape this one. Let's get out of that one. Let me see if I can't. Let's see. I'm trying to make a point here. So let's make sure I make the point I'm trying to make. I probably should have found this ahead of time. Give me a quick second. But where I'm going at with this is there comes a time that once you step off that bridge, you no longer have the choice of what you're going to do. There comes a time where literally you just have no more opportunities. You're off, and when you're off, man, I can't believe I don't have what I'm looking for. I should have done a better job on this. Once you're off, you no longer have that opportunity to get back on. And the funny thing is, I was going to show you a picture of Scott's dad, which went off of 109 foot. And I did the same thing. I did a flip, over rotated, and when it's all said and done, I ended up spraining both of my wrists and both of my ankles. Give me 30 more seconds and I'm just gonna see if I can find what I'm looking for. Well, I can't find my picture, which is good. I'll probably have to figure that out next time. But the principles are the same. And the question is, was it luck or skill? Here is what I'm going to tell you. The red flags. Is the process repeatable under any market condition? Only reason why I let Scott go ahead and jump off that is because we've depth checked it. He has 134 feet to the bottom underneath that bridge. It's the channel that the salmon run up in Flaming Gorge. But just because it was deep enough, could he repeat that over and over again? Was it one-time luck? When it comes to trading, is there a process repeatable under market condition? And the second thing, though, that goes along with it, do you understand not every trade can be adjusted for a profit? There's a big S, is it really smart to place a new trade every week? Are there times when no trade is appropriate? This is how you judge what is real and what is fake. This is how you judge the risk you're willing to take with your money. Because there are times that you will feel injured, angry, hurt, and dead in trading. That is the cold, hard facts. Or cry a lot. that falls into that injured or hurt. It's difficult. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Hence, there are times that we sit here and I would rather teach you something than try to find a trade that I wouldn't use my own money to do. And that's my litmus test. If I'm not willing to place the trade and to do so in front of you, then I'm not willing to place another trade. That's also why after one of the longest bull runs in market history, I've gone out to leaps. I've bought myself some time expecting a bit of a pullback. I will go so far as to say our trading environment is not stable for another 2 months until November 4th, I believe, right? 3rd is the election. November 4th, we'll have our results. Maybe. We might not have our results till 6 or 8 weeks after if we get pulled into some stupid mail-in voting. We've seen it in states for governorships. We've seen 6 weeks where someone thought they won and they didn't. We've seen it in 3 weeks where the declared winner thought they won and they didn't. We're running into the 2 typically worst months in the stock market. And man, every day we have another up day, I keep wondering what the hell is going on. If I went back, I think I'd shut it off though. If I went back, you run to a point of no return. You run to a point where he starts to lean back. Scott's no longer going to save himself. I've seen $280,000 evaporate with a naked short call on Baidu. It blew up an account. It also cost someone a marriage and his kids, his job. The trickle down effect was awful. I look at my son Jared the other day. Is flipping really that important? The call I got from my son, Jared compound fracture, broke his arm. The towel, there's a lot of blood, his bone was sticking out. To where I get off to the hospital and I'm trying to call my wife and she's not answering. I'm just like, oh, woman, answer the phone. Well, when it came down to it, it's 14 stitches and he just dislocated his wrist. Is it luck or is it skill? Some other red flags. Every trade can be adjusted. Every position can be profitable. You can make money in X amount of time. That's my funny one, right? Mr. ATM butt pirate up in Park City somewhere. Trading is just an ATM. Here's your ATM trading. It's shocking what people buy into. It's shocking what people do. I would not be placing a trade. With that said, I am somewhat excited to show you 2 unique trading opportunities. At this time, I'm personally not going to place either one in an account. But that's my risk tolerance. That's my trade. That's my, maybe I can make it work, maybe I can't. So it's just, it's interesting. To say the least, it's interesting. All right, let me get this on for you guys. So it's funny you mentioned GE. Right now, General Electric can still be adjusted. Do I have GE in this account? GE can be adjusted. Let me find GE really quickly. Okay, so here's what we're looking at for GE. Net cost basis of 50 cents. I'm going to go to one other place. Let me bring up our stuff. All right. GE, come on. I've got a better pricing than Key when he did his, I think. Yep. So our cost basis for most people is 37 cents. So the question is, where do we roll our shorts? And can GE be adjusted? And it totally can. I'm just not ready to do it just yet, because if I was going to do it, you'd have to go to a January 21, and to make up that 37 cents, you have to go to $8. GE can be adjusted, but I'm not looking to make an adjustment on GE until after the election. So it's interesting. We can find a way to basically make it all up. We're going to be out 2 cents. We might have to put a limit in for that 37 or 38. 37 is probably where I would go up here. But yes, we can. But the probabilities are not likely. And that comes back to exactly where I'm trying to go today. Smith & Wesson, what is it? Smith & Wesson, BC. I see. Hold on. Let me figure it out. I should have had this one ready for us too. It is SWBI. For some of you, you got out at Smith & Wesson. W, not an M, Smith & Wesson BI. For some of you, you got out at $25 and you got out at $25.79 or something like that. Pretty neat. Pretty neat, because this was one that Jeffrey started that I agreed with at Safe Option Strategies. Most people doubled up on their share count, and we got out. We got out. In it for 3 years, 100% return. It's a 33% return over a 3-year period of time. And yesterday, these guys got clobbered. Absolutely clobbered. What do you do? What do you do? Some interesting pricing here, but it got clobbered. Someone big got out his shares yesterday. Someone big said, you know what? We're gone. It was a ridiculously high volume day. A high volume day on no real reason. And a big drop down. I mean, these guys lost like $6 the other day. Could it be that Bank of America won't give them the loans and won't support the Second Amendment and the gun rights in the United States? Was it a hedge fund or a rebalancing that occurred? We're coming up to the end of a quarter, and they took their profits, getting in at $5 in April or something like that. I don't know. It's taken a dive. It's taken a huge dive. But an interesting position or trade, something that I thought, you know, might look interesting in an account. I was thinking with these big runs up, it might be an interesting purchase. Willing to pay that $17.50. Willing to buy in October $17.50. Wow, that's a huge spread. I don't like that spread. I saw $2 the other day, $2.40. Wow, is that a lot of volatility? Never mind, I'm talking my, there we go. Woo. Helps if you put the right position on. If you put the dollar in, it's an interesting price target at $18.50. Doing a protective put on something that has the opportunity to at least get back up to 21. I'm not sure how I sold off at 25. Maybe it's because they split their company and this was the split. So that was the split that happened, which means American Outdoor Brands Corp. Is it still available then? American Outdoor Brands Corp. Not in there. Probably not being listed. But the numbers work out for Smith & Wesson. The numbers work out in a way that actually looks really good. Smith & Wesson Brand Corp. They had traded as high as 25. There you go. 27 too. Brand stock just dropped 11%. That was yesterday. So this is a unique opportunity. It's a unique opportunity, an opportunity to get a 50% return. But the question is it a skilled trade? Or is it a luck trade? The neat thing is with a protective put, the trade is non-directional. It's non-directional. You might have to be in it a longer period of time, but it's a non-directional trade where it has traded as high as $27.79. You're $10 below that. You could get it at $8.50. And the neat thing is, if it looks like Biden's going to get in to be president, this thing's going to run as people go and run and buy guns again. A really unique trade, but one that right now I'm not necessarily ready to be in. But the numbers work out, and there's a great return available as well. Another trade that was brought to me, I might as well put this one in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Did I just take the screenshot? Of course I did. Show up. Where are you? Come on. Another trade brought to my attention was actually from another company. What are your thoughts on a BABA bull call? And if you look at the November monthly, buy a 20, 270, 290, spend $10 for a $10 return, a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Everything about this trade makes sense. Risk to reward, setup. Really, it all makes sense. All makes sense, especially when you go and you look at a chart. BABA, how well they're doing. No brainer. In the money, even you're looking good. In fact, if anything made you trade, it's 280 to 300, or wait to get in it. But the question is, what do we have between now and November? You'd probably need a Biden win for this to take off through the roof. A Trump win might not necessarily help you. If you're taking a look at it, you're probably going to need another earnings event, in which case earnings are August 20th, September, October, November 20th. If I look at a simple calendar, November 20th is in the options expiration day. Could you be profitable in this trade? Yes, probably so. In fact, if we were to change this just a little bit and switch it up to BABA and look at the options and look at the position, November, numbers still work. Put it in for a $10, the numbers still work. But there's a but to it, right? The but is all that uncertainty you have, and you're also missing an earnings. If you look at it, probability for maximum profit, 43%, maximum loss, 44%, any profit, 49%. It's a coin flip. It's a coin flip. It's uncertainty. If I was looking at doing this trade, I'd want a little more time. I would most likely pop this out to a December, and I would move everything to try to make it a little cheaper. I might even take a peek and go 285. this is where I'd be looking. It's not a bad trade. It's just the same thing that we already have. But I'm looking for the extra month, and I want to cut my cost by 25%. There's nothing wrong with the other trade. The question is it skill, or is it dumb luck? Why did I choose these strike figures? Comes right back to my chart. I want to be really close if I could. I might even make it like 288 if they had dollar ones. But I'm looking at the 280, 300 because I've got a trend line support down below, because it's right in the middle of probably 290 and 270. And I want a little extra time just to look at it, just to get through earnings, just to get through elections. And in all honesty, this would be one that, as much as I'd like to be a little greedy on it, and I'd want the full 100% return, if I could get out with $2.50 to $3, I might take a stab at it. So if I was looking at the trade, this is the way I would choose to set it up. And all of it comes right back down to one other interesting point. It's risk tolerance. But Kevin, these numbers look worse than the other one that you showed us. There's only a 38% profitability of a profit. There's a 54% of maximum loss, 41% for any profit at all. I get it. I see it. But I don't put a whole lot of, what I say, I don't put a whole lot of credit into theoretical data. And I just want to spend less money. I'm going to take that risk out by not putting as much money in and buying myself some more time, placing it well past 7 or 8 weeks past all the volatility and uncertainty we have there. Still giving me 7 or 8 weeks to adjust if this thing tanks. Because if it does tank, might be pretty easy to roll a 300 down to a 270 and to be able to play a bear call for a while to be profitable. I hope this is showing you a little bit in regards to decisions. And really, one of the biggest questions you guys have when it comes to any trade, is it skill or is it just some dumb luck? And the biggest issue or biggest concern, how many times can you be dumbass lucky and think you're skilled? That's the deciding factor. Guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope this showed you a mindset of trading, a better understanding of how to judge what is real, what is not, what is skill, what is not, how to look at trades in a manner that is more than just listening to it, but it's working the numbers and doing your due diligence to see if it fits in your risk tolerance. Neither one of these trades really fit in my risk tolerance right now. I'm more apt to follow Smith & Wesson but I'm not at the position where I'm comfortable yet. That might change in a week or two. I might miss a great opportunity. But this is the process of trading. This is the process of making your best educated decision and doing so without feeling injured, angry, hurt, or dead when it comes to trading. It's the beauty of having some experience of collar trading, protective puts, so that you know you can wait for quite a while to be profitable. Any questions you guys would like to ask me? There are two of you. I know you didn't do the trade. It was good. It was a good one for me to go through, especially one of you. I talked about it with you today. It was a good one for me to go through to use for a practical application scenario. All right. Hey, I don't see any trades coming in. Hopefully, at least I entertained you. Hopefully you realize that, yes, some of my kids are absolutely, yeah, let's just say, yeah, they're absolutely psycho. With that said, I'm going to give it one more time for you just to enjoy that poor son of a gun and to be able to relate it to trading. Oh my gosh, this is how high I am. Oops, sorry. So here's the trade, right? Oh my gosh, look how high I am. What am I going to do? What are the risks? Did I do enough due diligence? I'm not ready to go. Oh, I'm looking down. Holy crap, what am I doing? Okay, I think I've got this. Here we go. Point of no return is right now. And wow, pretty darn cool. Kind of an idiot. But it's amazing to see. What did Dad say if I don't do it? Well, the funny thing is Dad was taping this one. The scary part though, I might share with you on Thursday. We might do a part 2 to this trading on Thursday. And I'll tell you the scary part then. There's the cliffhanger. Stay tuned. August 29th, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for part 2 and the scary part of trading or cliff diving at Flaming Gorge. You guys take care. Have a good evening. I will talk to you then. Bye-bye.